Hello, and welcome to the Adventures of the Masterworks. Um, this is a channel where we play Dungeon Ball Z. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, except I changed the name, and there's no discernible differences outside of that. Um, this week, as per usual, Fridays, we are running the Tales of Revedia. It is a homebrew campaign of the makings of myself, and whatever fever dreams I happen to have during COVID. And yeah, thank you all for joining us. Just introduce our players real quick at the left, right. So if I point that way, yes, that is Kalis. Even though on
Hey.
Discord it's Neff. So yes, that's Kalis. He's a great barbarian. I love him. He loves animals, and sometimes he brutally murders things. With a Martin. Not like the Martin from like the black guy from like the sitcom from like the '90s, like the animal. Um,
It's like a squirrel, but it eats things that are alive.
It's a squirrel weasel.
Yeah. Below him, we have Zelthar, who, yes, the last episode missed his first attack, or one of his first attacks. It's probably not true, but it fucking feels like it, because I fucked up, and he has a plus 12 to hit. To the right of him on the bottom, we have Junga. That's our cleric who does not fuck skeletons at all. No one has ever said that. But we're not saying she wouldn't. Death cleric, with a small army of various metal-coated skeletons following her. Please don't, just don't tempt her. I can't deal with this. I've had enough, honestly. And above Junga is someone else who has also had enough. As we have our ever inquisitive rogue, but not very insightful, it seems. Wonderful Terror. Hopefully, we have plans. I wrote in the script. She's going to be rolling a lot better this session. I think we're going to be getting at least above. There's only going to be 3 natural ones planned for tonight, so we should be fine in that aspect. But she has 2 of them, so I hope she doesn't mind.
Man, just inserting ones into the random number generator would be a terrifying power.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
That would be my curse.
And above her, we have Sparks. He is a wild magic sorcerer who really fucking lives up to the name. He is responsible for making me write an entire plane of existence in the course of a week because of a split-second decision. I love the guy. He also makes me lose sleep at night. So with that, we're going to kick off into our adventure. Brief recap of last week is our parties found themselves going further and further north into the mountains of the Queen's Landing as they are chasing down the source of this blight that's taken over the lands. They are joined by a wonderful man known as Cruorth Cragax. I believe that name is correct, and if it's not, it's his name now. And as he's sort of their guide to Duragar City in the mountains that he'd lost contact with some time ago. The party believes it's related in some way to said incidents going around in the wildlife in this area and to the north. However, on the way, things didn't go as nearly as well as they always could have, as the party ended up fighting a rather fucking obnoxious fight against a group of several ropers sort of set up along this gorge. And as they fought this sort of tug of war, not only with their own bodies, but as these like rock stalagmite tentacle octopus creatures hanging from the ceiling, luckily the party was able to come out mostly not dead, with the exception of one cleric who got fucked up by a flying manta ray. But alas, everything is okay, as everyone is here and alive for a new week and a new session. And we pick off by asking the iconic question: what would you all like to do as you guys find yourself, recovering, spending some time, contemplating, as you guys have definitely made your way across the bridge now as you decide you're not fucking with that thing anymore?
Have a short rest? Well,
Yeah.
for some party members.
For some party members.
Oh, did you?
I didn't
Did
think I
Sparks-
even got hurt that time.
No, I didn't get hit, but Juggin is nearly dead.
Right, I was
like
wondering
3
if
HP or some shit.
Sparks
Fuck, I didn't
grabbed the
tell me.
Javelin of Lightning last session, or if
Oh,
that's still
yes,
in the
I did.
ravine.
I
Correct.
Okay,
did. I
cool.
retrieved it. I did a spood.
Thanks.
Zoomed. He had some zoomies and midnight zoomies at whatever time of day it is, and went and got it.
And then my haste finishes off, and voila. A
That will-
javelin.
Excuse me.
Is there anything on the other side of the gorge? Anything, trying to eat us, kill us?
At the moment, it seems to be relatively peaceful. There's like a few Umber Hulks just barely making their way out of the grounding back down. The White Dragon does appear here, but outside of that, it seems like there's a brief moment of reprieve, as not too many things like staying this close to the gorge. Not many reasons to.
So we have an hour, perhaps.
You can try. You can find out.
Who spent a 3rd level spell slot in that fight?
Totally
I
me.
did.
I did well.
I
I'm
spent
not
a
on
4th
Red
level
Dead.
spell slot.
I can't do those anymore, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Class has been balanced.
Wait,
Well,
does everybody have magic but me?
I mean, I don't have magic.
I mean,
Not really.
Come on, you got a little bit of magic. You don't have spells. You do have spells. You have detect magic.
Power
do
outlet,
have-
but I'm not electronics.
Yeah.
Everyone
Power
else is
outlet.
appliances. You're just a fucking like a car battery.
So this one will be
I'm
for
like-
Juggin, and this one will be for Selther. So that's like a 1st for Juggin, and a 3rd for Selther. I could probably hit you again, right, Juggin? You have more spell slots gone?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Let's just hope we're not attacked while you use all of this HP.
It doesn't use HP anymore.
We'll be fine.
That's a 2nd level spell slot.
Is
for
it
Juggin, at least.
how's it changed? Is it based on your con mod? The amount of times you can do it, or is it like a amount per day?
I could look it up.
No, so it's not a big deal. I'm just curious because I don't remember exactly how
I
they
think it
change
is
things.
based on con mod.
Oh, it's proficiency bonus now.
Oh,
That's the Tasha's limiting mechanism they like now.
interesting.
So 3 times.
We're actually at 4 now because we got so high level.
Are we? Wow.
Wait, what was that? Huh?
Your
I remember
proficiency
what proficiency bonus we have. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Plus
Numbers.
4.
9.
Oh yeah, and they
Yeah.
also made it so you can give like a little mini bless. Okay, I remember now. That's pretty good though. Bless with no
Fancy.
concentration.
So yes, we take an area, just over here.
So yeah, and as you guys
Sit
do
down
so,
for an hour.
you do so with relative peace, as Kruith kind of is just. It seems he spent a lot of time going over this map, and as you look over it more and more, it seems this is definitely something he's made on his own. And he's no master cartographer. I think it'd be a bit of a stretch to call him an amateur one. But he seems confident that he at least knows the ways of these tunnels. As you're sort of looking about it, and you see the pathway ahead of you, just if you were to peek over his shoulder, with all these various sort of offshoots and outstretches that go off into this cave system, going up and down into the mountains and the areas below. And it seems he may not be the brightest man, but he's a competent. He's not a smart man, but he's a wise one. He's able to get you guys where you're going, and yeah, it's not too eventful as you guys
Does
find yourself
anyone-
resting here.
Anyone notice we spend a lot of time in caves?
I do.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
In
yeah, there was.
game? us playing, yeah, but like we're months on a boat, or mostly boats.
Mostly boats.
Yeah, mostly
Yeah, there's a
boats.
lot of time on the boats. Well, that's because we were kind of on like a little hiatus then, too. Like we said, we had like
but
infrequent games.
the boats we were
Oh,
underground, well, underwater, so technically underground. So it's
You know,
same.
the
Forgot
the
about-
ecosystem of an undersea cave is quite different to that of a terrestrial one such as this.
Okay, wasn't the point that I was making, Kalis, but sure.
So,
Ooh.
as you guys find yourselves finishing up your rest, you see Kurth kind of standing up, getting a little impatient. He's like, "So, come on, you guys ready to start going? Friend seems movable." As he sort of looks at the not too. Well, Jungum's looking a little bit better than she was earlier. You know, she's still got a few marks and what's it called, scratches kind of lined up around her neck where there was a large manta ray attached to it. But it seems mentally she's started to been able to recover from the fatigue.
So, how long do we have left until we get to the city?
It shouldn't be too long. Maybe if we might have to take one more break if you guys want to sleep or anything before we get there. But if we push on, we could make it to by the end of the day. Oh, well, I don't know if it's daytime anymore. It's at an amount of time.
What time?
Maybe-
How many hours have we been up so far? I've forgotten.
So it was about a
Right,
half
right.
days to get to the gorge. It was about a half day to actually get inside the gorge, or from like making your way, because it's not like a straight line through the caves. So at this point, you've probably been awake like maybe like 10 hours or so. You left relatively early.
Oof.
We can keep going for a little bit.
10 hours. We've been up for a while. I
That's
need
not
to take
that
a cat
long.
nap.
Yeah, it's like
Hey.
in the
Go
middle of
for
work.
No. He's a cat. They're lazy. Not saying all cats are lazy. I'm just I.
Not all cats. Hashtag not all cats.
Let's go for a couple
Um,
more hours and then find
Go for like
somewhere
8 more
sleep.
hours. Be fine.
No.
Doesn't sound too bad.
If I can, I want to disattune from the Ring of Haste and reattune to the Preempt.
Yeah, you can do it over the course of the short rest. Yeah, it's only an hour to attune.
Speed.
I went too fast last session.
There is no such thing as too fast. Yeah, a couple of hours, guys. Right.
Like 8? Yeah.
No,
Be fine.
Couple, 3, 4 most.
Couple is 2. You're saying 8. He's saying 4.
Sparks, what is the matter?
I mean, we've been up for 12 hours. Come on.
Isn't that long? It's only 12. It's only 10, 12 hours. That's not that long.
know what?
Yeah.
I can take a rest.
See, Jugun's kind of tired. We should only go on for a couple of
Oh my
hours more.
God.
She might keel over.
Is it
Super fast. See in
safe
the dark.
to rest in the middle of this cave?
Raise the dead, but can't
Not in
walk
this
for another
cave.
5 hours.
This
I mean-
cave.
Safe is a relative word, you know? Is it safe? Nah. But is it dangerous?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, kinda, but like where isn't it? You know? Like you're not in the if you want a safe place to rest, you should go back to fucking the Southlands or wherever you.
Okay. The only reason that I also suggest this is because we're going to this dwarven place, and they haven't heard from them in a while. And if, say, something big has moved in and eaten all of the dwarves, then I would like to, rest and be able to run away for a long period of time,
I realized
if need
that
be.
I should spend a night to recover some of my magical energy as well.
That too. And Sparks points with both fingers.
Let's get away from the huge yawning gorge behind us.
No, that's why I say a couple of more hours travel and then sleep. Not in this
Yeah, like
cave.
4 or
This
5 more
cave would be
hours. It's
bad.
fine.
This
We can
cave
go for another 4 or 5 hours or 6 hours or something.
Okay. And as you guys find yourselves sort of bickering back and forth, contemplating, what the play is. Beneath your feet, you feel like sort of this low rumbling start to build up. And it quickly builds up to this sort of large seismic like earthquake as you can feel the entire area, like the mountains around you, begin to shake and rumble. And that goes on for about 4 seconds. So there's this like large thunderous crashing sound, echoing from somewhere without the caves, far, far ahead of you all.
That did not sound particularly promising.
Does that sound like the way we have to go?
Maybe. I mean, it's pretty far away. We heard the same thing. I mean, I'm not the psychic. I could have brought her. Do you know you know magic, right? Can you see?
I mean, not infinitely. I can see about 60 feet over there.
Ah, it's not very far.
Really, because I can
You-
see pretty far, actually.
Sorry,
Oh.
cast magic what?
Hmm?
Nothing.
I didn't cast anything.
I know.
Either way, it doesn't sound like it was that close. And if it was, it's not our problem till it is close. Or it is our problem right now, and we just don't realize it yet. Oh, they'd be messed up. Well, we can at least move forward if you guys want to see if we can get to a point where we can check it out. Maybe it's not on the way. Maybe it's probably in the most obnoxious place possible. Or we
Wow,
can
you really
find-
like to give us multiple options, don't you?
Did I?
Yeah, like every single version of what could happen.
Well, you gotta make sure to be thorough. It's how you stay alive in these parts. You know, yeah. Consider all your options, and they're all kind of dog shit, but they're your options and they're your dog shit options. You gotta choose one. You know, it's a good principle in life, I think. Some shit like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Shall we go?
Yes,
Let's
I'm
go.
ready.
Let's do it.
Okay, I just sneeze now. No, I don't.
Illegal.
No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't.
Illegal.
You figure this out yet? All right, we're good.
Are there any more faces you feel like making?
I'm not doing it on purpose. Leave me alone. It just happens. Oakley dokley. Does this work? Let's find out. It's been a while since we've used this. This might be loud at first. It might not be anything, actually.
Is that the
I hear stuff.
hollowing sound?
This isn't even Halloween.
I-
It's called Spider's Den, but there's no spiders here. Ow.
Oh, that is loud.
Is
Where
that
is that coming from?
Me, my mic.
Oh, your mic.
Yeah.
It's always in roll 20.
No. But we have the pro account again, so you should probably just set it up in roll 20 instead.
We have a zombie horde. Well, sorry, skeleton horde.
Hmm.
Ah, fuck. It happened again, didn't it? Where are they?
One Gabriel as opposed to more than one Gabriel.
So,
Oh yeah, we didn't have those for the last fight, did we?
nope.
Nope.
No. We haven't seen the skeletons in a while, I feel like.
It has been a
That was
while.
like
Yeah,
It's
it's been the
been-
snow that I'm kind of afraid of because snow's a pain in the ass.
Really? I thought it was the village of elves who were obviously not too kind to undead that wanted the party.
Not
members
gonna
grew up
lie,
in.
if I was actually here, I would still have my undead.
I
out.
know you would, because you did it in the fucking dwarven city who hated magic.
Yeah.
Hey, can we go everywhere with snow? Is that an option?
I think there's like 2 places with snow on the continent, frankly.
Well, I guess we live here now.
Well, that was an option. I asked Zelthar if he wanted to stay here, and I.
Oh,
would
you
stay
think
with
you
him.
froze.
Keep him
Oh.
company.
Yeah,
Died
you
for a
froze.
moment.
Oh no.
I asked Zelthar if he wanted us to stay here, or if he's gonna stay here. If he was, I'll stay with him and give him hugs.
I'm sure
So
you'd
take one for the
appreciate
team.
Maybe that would sway me the other way.
Alrighty. So as you guys begin moving onwards into this cave, it's, as I said, relatively uneventful. There's the occasional skitterings of these small creatures who live as part of these ecosystems, and even these sort of flitting shadows of these smaller, like humanoids that pass by, but none seem to disturb you or want to, like, sort of interact with this sort of large group of people. That not many people want to fuck with a giant group of armed people running through the caves with confidence. And it's at this point about an hour passes, another hour passes, and the third and the fourth, in which Korgath is sort of getting to the point where he's more bored than anything else as he's sort of examining his map, going up and down. And as you guys sort of get, probably about another like 20, 30 minutes after that, as you guys are making your way along, and there's this sort of cutoff and fork in the cave ahead of you. He sort of looks down, looks up, looks down, looks up. Ah, shit. I figured out what the sound was, as he sort of yells back to you all.
Thought you said it was
What
the
is that?
giants.
No, I'm talking about the giants make the ground shake. It's like music. I think that was an earthquake, my boy. It's when the earth itself shakes, because I actually don't know why it does that. I think it's probably quite terrifying, though, but sometimes it just does.
The Earth God
But,
is angry?
I don't know about Earth God. Maybe. I don't know. But, I'm looking at my map, and I think as he sort of turns it upside down, like to the left, to make sure he's got a... Yeah, no. We're supposed to go this way. And he points, and his finger, like, jabs, like, the rock face in front of you all.
I kind of knock Gnarl hard on it.
I don't think it's budging.
Can any of you move stone?
I'm trying so hard not to make a Lord of the Rings joke. I'm trying so hard not to make a Lord of the Rings joke.
To be honest,
The
when
way
you
is
said
shut.
walk on the road, I
Pickaxes.
thought you were going to say, I have no memory of this place.
I know, I did too! What's the Elvish word for friend? Sorry.
Yeah, it is. It is that sort of a sitch we are in right now.
We could take
What
a detour around, but
Around what exactly?
there's more than one way to get to the city from here, but there's not exactly a pleasant one.
Does it...
What do you mean by not pleasant?
Are there more ropers?
He sort of,
That would be unpleasant.
you see his face sort of like turn towards this grimace for a second as he sort of contemplates his next word. Well, if you wanted to go for it without backtracking, we have two options. The route, if we go along the right section as he points to the fork in the road, would take us past a lair of Medusa sisters, as you know, they turn people to stone and all that jazz.
Oh.
And they're not too bad, but then to the left is he sort of get caught up on his words a bit. Gnomes.
Gnomes?
Gnomes.
I mean, the Medusa sisters sound way worse.
It's a settlement of gnomes. It's not just a single gnome.
Yes.
And these
So-
gnomes, are
Did you
they...
hear me, boy? I said gnomes.
So tiny.
What's a gnome?
It's like
Pure
a halfling.
incarnation of evil and sin, bred from the earth and inhabiting foul creatures, defied, just disgusting. Pure, just evil incarnate, just. And you see his face start to turn red at this point.
Do gnomes exist in this world?
Are they really that bad? Like, or does he just not like gnomes?
Give me an insight check.
Oh!
Don't roll a 2.
Oh God!
I feel like we've seen
Well, anything
gnomes
but a
before.
2.
You might have seen one occasionally, but they're fairly few and far between.
Fucking God!
Hey, you've got
Wasn't a
luck.
2.
No, she used all 3 points of luck last session. I remember.
I did. I did.
Oh, you. Ugh.
I'm really confused by this situation. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, you've seen gnomes; they seem fine, but this is a lot of aggression, and it seems like it's hard to get a read on why he's so fucking insistent on gnomes are evil.
So these gnomes, are they aggressive? Are they hunters of traveling parties or dwarves who live here?
Well, I've not known many who've met gnomes and returned to tell the tales, but they're like goblins but ingenious, as they make these mechanical contraptions meant to confound and confuse. They're quite confusing. I've heard stories of them luring people in with ideas of joyousness and partying and friendship. They say evil comes in small packages. I just know I've never trusted a gnome, and I've never met someone who's trusted a gnome and not regretted it.
They like partying and friendship? Look towards Gabriel.
That's just what they
Yeah.
say. Don't believe that's propaganda.
Yes, do it. Hope they have alcohol, among other things.
Interesting.
Honestly, I think odds are much better off against the Medusas. There's only 2 of them. Just
I
close
don't
your
want to be
eyes.
turned to stone.
Close your eyes.
Prefer avoiding being stone also. Doesn't sound like a fun time.
These Medusas, have they lived here since the beginning, or have they come to here from some place?
I haven't seen them myself, but they probably moved in. Maybe his fingers. Decade so, maybe decade and a half. They've made their lair, sort of a little bit in there. If you're unlucky enough to wander in, well, you don't wander out. Well, we would, of course, because we're not fighting gnomes, but or encountering gnomes.
How'd you know there's multiple?
I have a few connections in these places. Kobolds tend to be quite under the hood, and they have their little tunnels and routes going all along these mountains. Just we can't exactly fit in them. So I give them coin every now and then, or some weird little trinket, and they tell me what's going on in the areas, so I don't have to find out with my face or firsthand.
Would we be in much danger if we simply closed our eyes and walked through the Medusa's lair? Passed by?
Well, see, they wouldn't turn into stone if her eyes were closed, but they could stab you. But I think, as I said, it's a relatively minor thing.
But how are we supposed to defend ourselves from being stabbed if we can't see?
Don't get it?
Ah, yes, truly. That is great advice. I
See?
vote the gnomes.
I feel like the gnomes would probably be a safer bet.
I'm telling you, you don't. These kids never learn.
Zelthar, what do you think is the best plan?
I'd rather, when combat arises, I'd rather be able to see what I shoot. So I also vote for the gnomes.
You can see him going
So,
visibly more
brother?
frustrated as people are voting for gnomes.
I
And
could
he's
go either way. I'd be
I,
fine.
Yeah, I
Well,
could care less.
Alan shares a pretty similar sentiment. He's not too keen on fighting things that he can't see. He doesn't have exactly have a third eye.
I could give him one for a couple of minutes.
Would it be functional?
Yes.
Weird.
I mean, there's one eye that you could give him that wouldn't be his eye, but it would be like a floating eye. Imagine you just kind of staple it
Snap
onto his
it on.
forehead.
Some double-sided tape.
Okay. He sort
Well,
of.
we should get
Gnomes?
going.
Gnomes it is.
Oh, he just throws his hands up in exasperation. All right, but you know what? Don't say I didn't tell you so.
And we
Okay.
don't have to talk to the
Understood.
gnomes. We could just go past them.
It's not. It's settlement. It's not like you're out in the open world like you normally are. We just walk around things. See how caves work? It's generally you walk along the cave in the cave. So it's very
Why
hard
don't
to
we
walk
just
around
not
things.
stop walking? If you're uncomfortable with the gnomes.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. We'll do that.
I actually wanted to ask real quick, this split that we're at, of where we should, in other circumstances, be going forward, does it look like a cave-in, or does it look like the wall is just there?
It looks like a pretty large cave-in. Like the
Okay.
it's like a sort of large chunk of boulder that's actually like blocking your way, and then surrounding that is smaller pieces of rubble.
Okay, so it was like a
Yeah,
Like
that
a
was the
trident.
loud sound that we heard.
Yeah,
of the
gotcha.
crash.
Just want to make sure.
Okie doke. So, as begrudgingly, he sort of folds his map back up and he fucking puts it into his little pouch and is like, yeah, fucking no, fucking smaller goblins and fucking evil halflings. And he sort of begins sort of trudging along. Left side of the tunnel is this way. As you guys all begin making your way towards the gnome settlement of Blingtonstone. Is that correct? It better be correct, because that's a weird ass name to just make up and be wrong.
Yes, it is. I'm doing an Into the Abyss campaign, and it is the right place.
Yes, it is.
Is it on the right or the left?
It's
Is it
the left side facing straight towards it. How do they?
Wait, we're in the Underdark?
No, I'm just using I'm just using
Okay,
parts of the town
cool,
because I
cool,
like.
that's
You're
fine.
not,
I was like, wait a
you're
minute,
not,
did
you're
we
not,
go
you're not.
real
It's okay.
far down?
No. You're not there yet.
It's fine. Anyway, I don't like that last word.
I know. That's why I said it, just to fuck with you.
Oof.
Okie doke. Yeah, why didn't I ever think to just settle my book right here when I'm doing shit? That'd make life so much easier. I'm so stupid.
Yeah,
like,
but
I
effort
can't-
at the time.
It's not even effort. It took. I just picked it up. I didn't even flip to the right page. It's just there. Now I can. I don't know why I've never done that.
Classy.
I am special.
Books. Who would have known?
I wonder what happens if you read them. I bet that'd be pretty cool.
Wild.
Okie doke. So.
It's a book.
Bum ba-dum bum. Bum ba-dum.
I have the Reading Rainbow theme song in my head. It's Ethan. Just take a look. It's in a book.
Oops. Those are
You rolled
cold.
D20.
I rolled several.
Oh, now you're doing it behind the screen. Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, the first one was just to catch you off guard. The second one was for the actual result, and the fifth one was for initiative.
Dun dun dun.
Hey, I thought the gnomes would be nice and want to party.
You see
Yes.
the gnomes.
Say
Their
anything
eyes
about
I'll
those.
all
use our skulls as drinking mugs.
glow red as their arms fall slack to their sides, all fixing on you.
Now imagine us getting attacked by a bunch of gnomes while the magician's like, wow, it'd be nice to have some visitors. We'll totally take care of them. Like cotton candy or something.
That'd be funny. Just put on a new pot of tea, too.
So, as you guys find yourselves making your way throughout these caverns, as once again, fairly uneventful as you're going on a well-traveled pathway where you're not going to run into your sort of casual what's it called?
Bandits.
Not bandits. I mean like wildlife and other like things that would normally run this ecosystem. Though you occasionally do hear like there's a sort of ever-present always sound of something rummaging or moving somewhere in the darkness of the caves around you, albeit sort of in the ceilings or in the shadows or any sort of things like that. But nothing ever seems to what's it called? To disturb you until you get to the point where you're roughly about an hour away from the city itself or the settlement itself, and you hear what's it called? Perth goes sort of give out a warning. It's like be on your toes. They're not too far. You gotta watch out for them. They're fucking sneaky. Yeah, these aren't just. These aren't just normal gnomes. They're deep gnomes, like mountain gnomes, kind of like the Durgar or mountain dwarves. So keep your eyes on the corners. You can't trust them.
I'm sorry, what did you say about normal gnomes?
What's normal?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
No, it's not. It's a weird way to say that, huh? Just takes a slow
Anyway.
look at you.
No, we'll be fine, Callan.
And as he begins moving, what's it called? Making his way forward. He sort of turns around to begin stepping, and you immediately like see him just like plant face first in the fucking rock. Like as he just like falls like and trips immediately. He sort of fumbles himself. What the fuck? And he looks, and you see like both of his like boot laces have been like braided together. Despite what's it called? Over the course of apparently that very quick conversation, you hear this
So
sort
what
of.
we get?
I'll grab him by the sort of armpit and just pull him up.
No. I got it, big man. I got it. Fucking. You hear this sort of snickering coming from along the wall, about 15 feet away.
Didn't that happen to somebody while we were in the Feywild, or did nobody have shoelaces?
No one had shoelaces then, actually. It's very funny that you mentioned that. Huh. Interesting. Well, it's okay.
I don't think we went into the Feywild, didn't we?
You guys encountered quicklings on the way to the Fey, or like as you were searching.
Yeah.
The fuck? Swallowed that wrong. That's not spit. It was spit. It just went down the wrong hole. Oh shit.
Breathe, then swallow.
Oh shit, my bad. I thought I was supposed to swallow while breathing. I figured it'd be more efficient. I don't know why you wouldn't.
There's your mistake.
Like you do two things at once. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. I don't know. Okie doke. But sort of along the wall, you see this sort of almost blending in with the stone around it. Just almost this Cheshire cat-like pair of like shining white teeth as there's this sort of mouth trying to stifle a laugh. I'm going, huh? Gotcha good. Krugy, you gonna respond to me? He goes, fuck you. He sort of tries to shoot and see, fucking. We just don't look at him in the eye and they won't notice you. It's like a lizard. He says indignantly, it's like, I'm not a lizard. I'm quite dignified.
Lizards work either.
It's how lizards work. There's plenty of lizards in the north. They're cold-blooded. It means they like the cold.
I kind of look over at Kayla's like, is that how lizards work? I didn't think so.
It's
okay.
Just ignore him.
I mean, dragons, I imagine, could, live on mountaintops and things. Lizards, less accustomed.
And what's it called? And he sort of what's it called? As Gruth pretty much just from like completely like walking forward. You see this sort of figure, more like clearly visible, wearing this sort of this sort of dark gray clothing, and skin pretty much the color of the stone around you. Sort of begin to walk up to the group with an interesting amount of confidence, despite him being like a 1.5 foot tall, tiny person. And you have the party composition of like a fucking I don't even know what book. I'd have to make some. Y'all make Dragonlance look pretty fucking tame. Like I don't even know what to say. Like
Oh
the
my
Minotaur, the
gosh.
cat, the group of skeletons, not twin elves, but he goes, hey, Biggle, nice to meet you. As he sort of puts out his hand towards who would you say would be leading the party at this point behind Kruith?
Yeah.
And Terrence, nice to meet you. As he sort of raises his hand up.
Like lean over as I'm walking to give him a little shake.
Wonderful. What do y'all find yourselves doing around these parts? He says, don't fucking talk to him. He's a snake and a rat.
Just passing through.
Just passing through. That's a shame. You guys should stay a while. The settlement's not too far up ahead. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Appreciate the offer, but we have a tight schedule we need to keep.
You're one of them business types. I see. You gotta live a little bit. Take the stick out sometimes. Have some fun, relax, do all that stuff.
Be on the way back.
I'm interested in fun, but you have to help out my friend Zelthar.
Well, Zelthar, we can help Zelthar have fun. What would you like, boy? As he sort of walks up. Well, who's Zelthar?
That would be me.
He's not? Oh, okay. You're the living one. Okay. Oh, wow. Weren't there for a second. Had one of the type like that, and ooh, they party. What ails you? You need something to drink? You need a place to stay? You having lonely nights? What's up?
I am okay at the moment.
Oh, see, he doesn't need help. You guys can just come relax and stay.
We, Bagel, I'm actually, curious if you've seen, a wilt, a decay in your, whichever growing things, dot the cavescape in here.
Sort of looks around. Can't say I've seen much in particular. The little fungi farms they've got going, they've been pretty. They're pretty nice. The bark stalks have been coming in nicely. All the various mosses are doing okay. That's a pretty strange question. Fungus doesn't really. I guess it will, but
It's good to know that the caverns seem unaffected so far.
don't know what that means. But okay.
This is a delicate ecosystem, and I wouldn't want it to
Delicate,
be
my ass. Have you
quashed.
seen the things in here? Every other week we get some new wild shit moving in.
I mean, in terms of plants and fungi.
Maybe, but I've seen some wild fucking plants, man. They just come out of nowhere. This is one. It's just the tongue. I swear to God, on my great grandfather and his grandma. It's a fucking tongue that sticks out the ground. You can eat that shit. You ever tried it? You want to try one? He sort of reaches for a pack. Yeah, I'm not saying you should try. Well, you have to try one.
Sure, that sounds interesting.
Wow, not many people agree to that. Okay, you really just take random mushrooms strangers give you? Here you go.
All right, I got to do a nature check on this one. I don't want to get bamboozled.
Yeah. I'll take one too.
See,
Is it edible? 13.
Let me look up exactly the effects of it. So looking at it, all right, you've never seen this mushroom before. This definitely looks like some fucking mountain grown, like doesn't even look fey. Like it doesn't even have like a fey energy to it. It just like this extremely like foreign looking fruit. It definitely has some sort of magical energy, but not one you're familiar with.
Leave
does
for 3
look edible,
seconds
though.
and come back to everybody doing drugs.
No, it's not drugs. It's
Yeah,
recreational.
yes,
Used these in a one
exactly.
shot
Yeah,
before, Elijah.
Oh, I did use this. Yes.
I know exactly what these things do. It'll be fun.
There was a cave in that too, wasn't there?
That was in
know this one that you're talking about. But
yeah, they were actually
let's-
exploring the mines, I think. And
Let's go
Didn't
for a
explore.
ride.
I mean,
I-
it's not
Yeah.
going to make too much difference to Jugum, but you know.
Sure, I'll bite. Literally.
Fuck, I have to sneeze again. Sorry.
If it's a sneeze mushroom, I'll never forgive you.
Do I not have to anymore? Really? Are we doing this? Fuck me. As soon as I said I
I'd
didn't have
rather
to.
not.
Oh, I get that a lot. It's okay.
Skillful, you muted yourself just at the right time.
Okay. Where the fuck is it? I'm sorry. I'm having a fucking stroke. Let me just.
Mushroom is it? Does it look like? Because we've encountered some mushrooms before.
It is Devil's Tongue.
Just tell me what condition I have.
It just means something along the lines of you having to speak out every single thought that you have.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, I've got
You-
5 different types.
You don't have an inner
That's good.
voice. Every thought you think of, immediately, boom.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
dear.
No,
Out
that's
loud.
exactly it.
That's difficult to do.
I don't feel that funny right now. I wonder why. Oh, Gabriel looks so great in his little hat.
Oh no, what have we done?
We give it to the wrong person.
Oh, what are gnomes have skeletons?
I wonder if there's anything living in these caves. Anything that isn't a plant or a fungi or a monster. Maybe like
I didn't-
little foxes, cave foxes. Continue.
Hello, sir. I have a question.
This lasts for an hour, by the way.
Can I see your graveyard, please?
Graveyard. See, the thing is, it's
You
hard
don't
to-
want them to be anywhere near the graveyard.
What does that mean? Why would we want to let her near the graveyard?
Looks
What
at
about
your
horses?
gun because
Cave
she can't.
horses. Horses that walk along the ceiling of the cave. Spider horses.
Spider horses. Those are a thing, young man. We can't get you a spider horse if you want
Show
one.
me
But
the
it's
spider
kind of a
horses.
demon. And I don't
Okay,
have one, but I
nobody
can tell you
more
where to find it.
accepting
Watch
plants
it.
from strange gnomes. Let's go. Moving on.
So this is happening sort of as you guys are walking. It's like, all right, this is crazy thing. So you know the drow, right? You know, like they're like the elves, but angrier and gray. Like, so, you know, some of them went off to do whatever the fuck they went to do, but some of them stayed here, and those guys are crazy, fucking off. They're wild, completely nutters. And they do this like ritual thing for their goddess, and if they fuck up, they get turned into like a spider centaur. It's kind of like a horse. It's got twice as many legs though.
Why a
And
spider
just
like
like-
what I
centaur?
was
Sounds
thinking.
so cool.
Because
I
that's
want
what
to
love.
see.
It's because I don't follow no spider demon god ladies. They're fucking. That girl's crazy. I don't.
This is bullshit. Elves aren't horses.
Do you have any more of those mushrooms?
I
No,
got a few of 'em.
Taran, no.
I got a few of them. You know, I got a pretty small collection of mine. As he reaches into a bag and he's pulling out this tall sort of tube shaped like bioluminescent. It's kind of like a torch, except it's not.
Oh, I've got some of those already.
Yeah. I've got a few things, you know, that depends what kind of things you're looking for. If you're looking for things that would generally have to have a price paid for them.
Can we do one of each?
well, this seems like terrible decision making, and you hear from the front of the party, just, oh my fucking god.
Guys, stop! Taking the weird plants from the gnome.
I don't feel any different. What are you talking about, Sparks?
Do you think the Medusa's snakes would
Wow,
like
you
me?
look really fuzzy.
As thought hands down. 1 D&D.
Here,
Oh
how about
God.
2 gold pieces? I'll make you a grab bag.
For how many?
2 gold pieces. I'll make you a grab bag of some goodies.
I will give him 5 gold pieces.
Oh, I'm gonna get a grab sack. Oh boy, it's gonna be big.
Mistakes have been made.
Oh God, it's so nice. I have so much gold. This is great.
I should have fought the Medusas.
Is that Elijah
yes,
or
we
Corey?
should have done.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna need an inventory of those mushrooms because I'm gonna pocket them.
We could still go back in a mushroom-addled state up to the Medusa lair.
I mean, it would take
Oh.
us an hour to get there, probably, hopefully. Maybe. Would have worn off by then.
Oh yeah.
Did they make
Less
you come
fun.
back and grab some more?
Fuck was that?
It's your phone ringing.
Oh, thank you.
You got a text.
No, I don't fucking know. Alrighty. So as you guys begin moving on, and it's a pretty lively conversation going on as he's sort of rummaging around. I'll have to. This actually, I need to find my PDF. I have a PDF of about like 40 different exotic mushrooms and shit. I'll have
Give
to
me a
pick some
list.
out from that. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a list of that later. I'm gonna pocket whatever he gives me for undisclosed time.
Oh,
Oh
God
no.
help. What have you done?
Trying to make one hell of a poison. It ain't for anyone else. Alrighty. So as you guys begin making your way, in the distance you hear what sounds like this, almost like the sound of like, what's the word? Not laughter, but the sound of voices, like the sound of like the first sounds like civilization you've heard in a while. And then before you, sort of set up maybe about 60 feet, sort of beginning to come within your vision, is this sort of gate, not made of wood, but made of these large, sort of like tube-like mushrooms lashed together to section off this area. And Kruger goes, you're fucking here. Might as well just, cut down the gate and not pay him any mind. And you see, Gibble. Oh, word's hard. I hate gnome names. Bagel? Bagel, yes. So Walker's like, I got you. So he sort of walks up to the front gate. Hey, I'm home. As you hear the sounds of a mixture of exasperated sighs and some fuck yes as the gate begins to open up, and there is just this crowd of maybe like 4 to 5 dozen. It's probably about 60 of these sort of small people. Most of them up to like aren't even up to your guys' waists. So they're just around the entrance of this area. Just be like, hey. And they sort of look back. It's like, who the fuck are these guys? And you see it from Cruth, buddy. Hey, come take a seat at the table. Come on. He's just fucking. He's pretty much walked back over to you guys because he doesn't want to be caught up in the crowd. It's like, nah, they're cool. They can come on through. As he sort of waves you guys over. So, looking towards Taryn, you sure you don't want to stay for just a bit? You guys look like pretty weary. It couldn't hurt, just one. It's just, just a short rest.
Maybe on the way back. Thanks.
Okay. You all do just that. Go on, let him through. And you see like a sort of silence start to build over the crowd as they sort of part ways. Like, come on, come on. And so he moves over to the other gate, probably about 200 feet across. As you guys sort of make your way through this path, like this sort of arcing pathway throughout the area. And that section of the sort of large barkstalk gates are opened up to you all. And you're ushered out. Says, "Don't be a stranger now." Give this smile that doesn't seem to quite reach his eyes as the gates shut behind you all. You guys continue on.
I check my belongings to see if there are any not there.
Doing a quick pat down. It seems everything is there at
Mm-hmm.
that seems everything is there at the moment.
Cool. I don't like at the moment part of that sentence.
I know, that's why I said it.
Concern.
That was fun. We should totally go there again sometime for fun.
Maybe sometime.
Yeah, you and Kalis can go there with your horses, spider horses.
You don't even know. We were seconds away from death there. Those fucking gnomes.
I mean, they don't seem that bad.
At least it seemed it would have been like a fun death.
Not a good one. Not a good one.
I mean, yeah, look, I mean, two of our party members, might have taken some weird substances, but other than that, they seem alright.
It's only been an hour, right?
We can't hear you,
Yeah.
Harrow.
He's
Go
talking.
ahead, Juggen.
You're good.
It's been an hour at this point, yes.
Okay, good.
Kalis was just going to blurt out, I wonder if the Dwarven City is going to be like the Shadowfell when everyone tried to kill us.
What do you mean? They didn't try to kill us.
Yeah, they tried to kill us a little bit.
You, maybe, but I distinctly remember being thrown in jail.
Alright, that did happen.
You guys
How
have
could I
been to the
forget?
Shadowfell?
Hmm?
You guys have been to the Shadowfell? The Hurricane look.
Just- A little bit.
That might have been my fault at the time, but yeah, we did go for a bit.
Yeah. It's not a nice place. You shouldn't go there. It's
Yeah.
much better options.
Not
Plane of
having
I
fire.
an
mean,
Airbnb.
we're doing
Plane of-
a world tour. We're gonna go to every plane eventually, right? That's how this works.
They get it down at the plane of fire. If you get yourself to the brass city, whatever the hell they call it, genies
don't-
party.
And you're scared of
I
gnomes.
don't think I'd like it there.
Yeah, me either.
It's not that bad once you're not on fire. It's just really
Sounds like
hot.
fun. We should totally go there.
You should.
Can that be our spa episode?
Oh my god. Why'd I say that shit?
Really
Well,
hot
it can't-
springs.
It literally can't, because there's no water on the plane of fire, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, we
It's
could
like
go swim in
lava, right?
lava.
It'd be like ultra hot springs. Like
Or like a sauna.
The
I mean,
hottest
those
spring.
exist, and they just boil people to death.
Yeah.
it's called. It's like you're thinking technicalities. You're getting too caught up on the details. It looks yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, it would just be like, it's like Goron hot springs, right?
Yeah,
'Cause they can
a little bit.
Just withstand lava, that's about it.
But yeah, it's not too bad. Just don't go to any other elemental planes. Just don't bother. They're tourist traps. There's nothing there really. It just sounds cool, and then you go. You ever been to the plane of air? You want to see the plane of air? Guess what? Fucking air. Just air. You won't believe what's in the plane of water. It's boring as hell. I would.
And
I
what
mean,
about the plane
there
of
are
Earth?
creatures there.
There are creatures, but like. Do you want?
I mean, to be honest, I'm right with you in the plane of water, but the plane of air sounds fun if you can fly.
Would you just fall forever?
The kind of. It's just there. It's not unless you.
I mean, why don't we go try it at some time?
It sounds like
Is that one of the things that was in the dice
I
meta
don't know.
talking?
I don't think the plane of air was, but I think maybe one of the elemental planes was. Maybe. I don't know. You'd have to look.
There are colors enough.
I believe I remember writing down this because I remember Kalis asked me about the specific planes. And
Oh, on the cube?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had those somewhere. Was it called the cube of plane shifting? Cubicate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got water, Shadowfell, Mechanist, Limbo, Nine Hells, Elysium.
Oh, those don't sound very fun.
Elysium, maybe.
I don't know what Elysium is. I guess that's heaven. Or
It's
something?
it's like a Greek afterlife thing.
Hmm.
It's like heaven for
Right.
heroes.
That's where
Kalis
we
will
go,
blurt
right?
out. So the elemental planes of flying, swimming, burning, and walking. I'll take walking.
You could run.
That's true.
Yeah. Sort of just stands
Crawl. All of these options are open to us. The elemental plane of solid ground.
Yes, you can actually fly there too, believe it or not. Just you can't very high because it's.
I mean, I can't.
Well, if you jumped really high. You
And
know,
then fell.
Yeah, you'd fly for a bit. It'd be like flying but jumping.
I'm not
Falling
that
with
kind of
style.
warrior.
Playing with style. Yeah.
I don't know shit about spells. You know, I know sometimes the guy does the magic stuff, and then sometimes they don't do the magic stuff, and sometimes they make other people not do magic. I don't. If you couldn't tell from my days, I had a big stick that I fucking swung around as he sort of has his axe in his hand. You're talking to the wrong dude. So, after that brief little tangent, as you guys begin making your way through the caves, you see something slightly peculiar. As you guys begin moving forward, and you see Crow sort of raising sort of a hand up to sort of stop you all, and you see this sort of group of like kind of semi like half slumped over like figures. Like they still look like not necessarily like conscious because they are like sort of slightly swaying and moving, but more sort of just standing there than anything else. In the
Do they
cave.
look
Oh, go
dead?
ahead. They don't look dead. Like they don't look like
Uh-huh.
dead on their feet.
I mean,
then-
no, I was just like zombies. There's no bits missing from what we can see.
Yeah, they seem to have all their digits and limbs.
Cool.
And you watch as you're sort of standing there. At this point, they've paid you all no mind. At the edge of your vision, they're probably about 60 to 90 feet away. As their heads sort of shoot up, and they begin sort of walking over towards this offshoot, a little bit to the side of the cave, and begin picking up these various, what seems to be like, what's the word? Like ores and minerals, as they throw these sort of large sacks over their shoulder and then just begin walking forward into the cave, like ahead of like forward on the path.
Who are those people?
And what's wrong with them?
He sort of looks at you, he's like, that's I'm pretty sure those are Duragar. They're not friendly folk, but surprised they ignored us. Looks very confused. That doesn't seem right.
You haven't had contact with the city within over a month, have you?
It's been a little bit. I'm friendly enough with them, but like, that's weird. Maybe they're probably just busy. Must be in a rush or something.
Do they
Has it been a
normally
full season?
Sorry, say it again.
was just wondering if it's been a full season since he talked to them.
Maybe a little bit less. Measuring in seasons. Yeah, it's been a bit.
Do they normally move like that?
No, usually this posh is a lot better. They're very what's the word, like military-like folk. Very stick up their ass type people.
Something's not right, clearly.
They're probably going to try and kill us when we get there. They're definitely going to try and kill us.
Still feeling those effects of the mushrooms, Kalis.
What?
There's no point in giving it to either of them, I see. Well, I guess we follow them. I mean, there's not many other ways to go. They're going exactly where we need to.
I think we should proceed with much caution.
So they picked up bags and they went into the mines?
Well, they, like, bags were sort of set by the mines, and they sort of picked them up, and they began moving towards the direction of the city.
Where's the city? Okay. Oh, so they're like full sacks of things.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think we should definitely keep our guard up, especially no regular contact that would have otherwise been there, coupled with this very clear, strange behavior. It's really obvious to say something's not right, but something's not right here.
Yes, let's be ready to make ourselves scarce, I suppose. We're just here on a fact-finding mission.
See? Nope, I thought I had some
Shit.
dust of tracelessness, but I do not anymore. I think I did have it. I used it.
Okie dokie.
I have a cloak of elvenkind, though, so disadvantage on perception checks on me.
Meanwhile, march.
Meanwhile, skeleton army. We
do
can't be surprised.
Do we want to sneak?
I
Yes.
would like to sneak. I think
Okay.
that might be.
Okay.
Right.
I'll
Is
give it
everybody on board
my best try.
for the sneak?
Sneak.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
God.
I'm gonna bolster myself because this is not gonna be a pretty roll.
I will also bolster my teammates.
Oh,
with
good.
that.
31 then.
Are you doing stealth?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll it. I got a 5.
So a 15.
Oh yeah, 15. And then my
Okay, let's-
skeletons.
Just give me a big group roll for them. They did better than you.
I got a 31.
A 22.
Oh, no, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Kalis is modified to a 21, I believe.
Okie doke. So, as you begin making your guys' way forward, they're words hard, think thought, English.
Did we lose Asaru?
Yeah.
Oh, did you leave the roll 20? Or is he just muted?
This is needed.
He's
says he's
muted
on
and he
call.
hasn't rolled, so I don't know if we lost him.
So my skeletons got a 31.
There. Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Garcia. So 22,
Okay.
31. Yeah, it's your skeleton's absolutely fucking shit on you. I don't even know how that happened. In the future. I feel like bundles of bones should probably have disadvantage on stealth checks. You know,
Oh, I can roll it
groups.
again. It's fine.
No, it's fine. Just in the future.
I'm rolling again now.
Still did way better than you. But yeah. So, as you guys go sort of making your way down the caverns, are you like trying to keep them like in your sight, or are you just letting them go ahead? Like, okay,
Keep them in sight.
okay, okie dokie.
I can also see 120 feet ahead, so.
So give me a perception check then, if you could. So, okay. So, as you guys begin making your way forward, sort of following along, sort of as inconspicuously as possible, even at the occasional rattlings or sort of noises that the larger sort of mass of the group may make, they pay no mind, sort of stuck in this sort of single-minded sort of trance going forward. And as you guys find yourself making your way closer and closer to the city, you see maybe as a sort of tunnel begins to widen out and become like straighter. In the distance, often be a few hundred feet, lit up at these sort of small stone areas, what seems to be torch stalks lit up to illuminate what seems to be a gate, which you could presume possibly be the city. And as these creatures are moving closer and closer to it, Taryn, you wouldn't immediately spot this, but Junga, sort of as you're sort of watching out at the edge of your vision, you see sort of among the sort of like stalagmites and stalactites, sort of hiding these strange-looking creatures. They seem to be these sort of small, ballish-like objects with these tentacles sprouting eyes, all just sort of watching as these things become closer and closer to the gates of the city. And then, not seeing you, but there's just sort of flashes of greens and reds as not one, but about 3 of these creatures and one significantly larger one sort of begin, absolutely spraying down these smaller creatures with beams emanating from the eye stalks of these creatures. As the creatures don't even fight back, really, as they're pretty much burnt, disintegrated, various amounts of unpleasant things. And you watch as this is sort of hissing laughter coming from one of the larger ones as it gathers up said goods and sort of moves off back towards the cover of the shadows, where you can't really see what it's up to.
I like to point it out to my compatriots.
Well, they saw the eye beam part. You just noticed him in the shadows beforehand. Like it was like some fucking Harry Potter, Expelliarmus, Abracadabra bullshit, like floating throughout the fucking air for a moment. But it was
So
over pretty much.
dwarves don't feel threatened by this, really?
They don't
Or
react
they all
to it at all.
die?
They're dead. They're definitely dead. But they don't even once they get hit, they don't start reacting. They're just going on with their forward march as they all get sort of gunned
Have
down.
I ever seen anything like this before? Heard about it? I mean, not this specific, but the thing shooting the beams out of the eye stalks.
Give me a good Arcana check.
Ah, yes, a good Arcana check.
Yes.
Specifically.
I want to help.
Go for it. You have advantage on the roll.
I feel like there's a lot more wrong here than we initially might have thought, guys.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
pretty fucked
certainly
up.
helped.
That's good.
Help definitely helped.
The beholders are stealing their gems and things?
So, Sparks, as you're sort of looking at that, and you're just like, wow, what the fuck? As you have not encountered one of those in your fucking life. However, luckily you spent time under mentorship of someone who's seen some shit.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And you recall tales of Laura and her party encountering this sort of large, bulbous eye-stalked creature known as a beholder. But this does not seem to meet its exact description. It seems to be some sort of type of similar creature, like this sort of like a subspecies of a beholder. Either way, something that's pretty unpleasant. Generally, beholders are like, even the way beholders are made are from the nightmares of other beholders. So while this one itself does not seem to be one, it does seem to be like of that like category. And the smaller ones you'd recognize as being what's called like spectators, which is generally like their little minions. And less a beholder.
Yeah. I rattle off this entire description to the group, like as the lasers are happening.
And how far away are these dead dwarves and beholders from us?
Maybe about 100 feet at this point, as the
Singular. It's one beholder, some specters. They're not all beholders.
spectators.
Not even sure. No. You see. I have It is.
I apologize.
Yeah. I'm not even sure the big one is a actual beholder. Maybe it's a small one. Maybe it's a young one, or maybe it's like a cousin. But there is only one. Big one.
That's not a good
big one.
family. I don't want to.
No, I don't. I agree. I 100% agree.
Wait, so there's 3?
No, there was multiple ones, which were the spectators. Or
Yeah,
the spectators.
spectators are the small ones. There was one big one.
Yes.
Oh.
But they all had like their little fucking pew eye beams.
Good
I
old
think we
pupils.
need to kill these abominations.
Any
These
idea?
dwarves, whatever's going on with them, they don't deserve this.
Because I remember from the stories that I got told that the looking at these creatures, you can get affected by them, and then also if they look at you, they can kill you.
Affected by them? How? Like that? Like what?
Like no, well, but the them looking at you is those weird beams that came out of them and seemed to obliterate a couple of people. But I've also heard that getting close to them, you kind of get a bit. Nah.
Wonder how they taste.
That is your first
I
thought.
don't.
Probably pretty terrible, is my
Like
guess.
nightmares.
Sounds like you haven't heard of seasoning.
The only problem that I guess presents itself to me is that maybe Rallyland as well. How are we to fight these creatures if they're up on the ceiling?
Shoot them.
Yeah, we could
Oh,
shoot them.
How? No, but me specifically.
You have a javelin?
Krogoth like sort of like perks up. Remember we were talking about earlier? Jumping. It's like flying, but shorter. So you could
Counterpoint.
Jump. Oh.
I have chosen, if we fight beholders, to not get anywhere near them, so you could borrow my boots if you like.
Fuck. Are
They're the
these?
same shoe
Do I have
size.
to like wear them for a certain? Do I have to break them in first before they start working?
Hold that thought. I do believe they're what's it called, but I'm double checking. Yes, you must break them in for a while before you use them. But it does allow you to fly.
Don't mind me.
You have a human
Sorry.
fun.
It didn't even occur to me. I forgot I was not muted.
All right. Well, I guess we could observe them for a while, but I'm
I mean, could we not just sleep before we decide to do anything?
no,
'Cause
it's
we
too
need to-
dangerous. I'm not even if we take only an hour's rest, I'm not going to let
We've
any
been out
more
for a really
unsuspecting
long
dwarves wander
time.
into them.
Really, really long time, Kalis. It's been like 19 hours. Let me go to
Yes, and it's
sleep.
not safe for us to rest where these monstrosities lurk.
I cannot recall enemies are nearby.
Hmm?
Here, well, now that we have that in our minds, we decided to do what's next. I think that's a really good time to take a little 5-minute break as I pour myself another cup of tea, and that's just the reason I have to live with it. So yeah, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thank you all for watching so far, and stay tuned as I remember to mute my mic as I go on break.
I mean, our cleric has no spell slots left, but I'm sure we can fight these things.
Oh
Not gonna
dear.
lie. Didn't we take a little rest earlier?
We didn't. We took a short rest. We didn't take a long rest.
Did we not? Then why didn't we take?
No. We took a
Short
short
rest?
rest after the gorge, and then
Wait, did
we
you
were gonna take a long
all of your
rest.
spell slots?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she
Yeah.
had to summon all of the skeletons.
Yeah, I want to take them right when we. I want some of the skeletons before I take a rest. So I don't have skeletons if we haven't rest.
Yeah, we took a short rest, which was the one which you
If
got
we
hit die
don't take
back
a
on.
long rest, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
we-
summon any skeletons.
Yeah, we haven't
So-
taken a long rest. We were planning on taking one.
At no point in time did I summon skeletons.
Okay.
Okay, so you still have some magic, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like you cast like a
No.
few big inflict wounds and some healing stuff in the last battle.
Not great to go up against some beholder-like things.
I mean, if it's a smaller beholder, we might,
Good job, guys.
It's like what, 10, 15?
A cool 20.
Oh, I didn't hit the transition button. There you go. We're good now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
False
This is-
start.
It's okay. You can't penalize me. I just say fuck the rules, like I'm Kaiba. I don't have money though. I wish I could be Kaiba, huh? Welcome back to the show where we play Dungeons and Dragons, and we're gonna keep playing Dungeons and Dragons because our time to stop playing Dungeons and Dragons has stopped.
Kill the beholder.
Hey, Beholder lives matter. Don't leave him alone. He's
Don't.
trying his best.
Let's not bring that into it. Seems like a bad exposition there.
Alrighty. So as the party finds themselves making their way, and they're able to actually see the Duragar city ahead of them, and a sort of small convoy of these almost like sort of entranced, zoned out Duragar find themselves absolutely slaughtered by these multi-eyed creatures that find themselves coming out of the woodworks, well, stoneworks. The party's currently contemplating as to. Oh my god, it does. That was not intentional. Contemplating their next steps as they realize that was kind of fucked up. So I guess that leaves us with the question: is as with witnessing that and considering your party's current state, what are you all going to do?
I mean, Kalis wants to fight, doesn't he?
Yes.
Let's go fight.
Did the
Oh,
beholders, were they just hanging out?
So they sort of flew back up into this like cave-like area, like up like into like the shadows, and you can't really like they're undercover basically. They have cover. You can't see exactly what they're doing at the moment.
And do we see any dwarves about?
No. All there is the dead silence of the caves and the corpses in front of you.
Is that the only path forward?
It's a sort of wide area, so you could sort of swing around and try and be stealthy about it. But this whole area is kind of like culminates like this one main gate. You see off to the what's it called? To your right, a few sort of like forks. You see one sort of smaller like tunnel that branches off, and one large one because you guys are on like this sort of sub tunnel that comes into this area. It's like you have to take a side path. But outside of that, there's not many paths going forward, just different directions backwards. Or like further back into the mountains. At least from where you are right now.
Okay. I've got a solution. So Kalis will present to the party what I'm saying out of character. Sparks has the boots of wings, boots flying. I have a statue of a bronze griffin. That one can probably use to ride around. Yeah.
I think
So,
you're the
like-
only one that needs to get in melee.
Yeah,
Right?
so I
I
could
need to
just
be kind
use
of
the...
close-ish.
Would you like to use this pistol? It is, again. I mean, I know you don't like it very much, but like it is first of all magical, and second of all probably longer range than a knife.
Haven't been aiming very well with it.
Well, you know how you get better? You keep using it.
the insanity principle. I take it that Terran would not be suited by flying around on a giant griffin in terms of being a stealthy rogue.
I imagine that the stealth would be reduced to whatever the flying mount stealth would be.
And
So maybe
they're
if we're
not
gonna take a short rest, you could use the boots if Sparks wanted to give this to you.
Do that.
And I could fly around on the beast.
I did take
They
off my boots
do
of haste.
limit you to your, speed of how fast you are normally. Like you walk at the same you fly at the same speed you would walk. It's like
Yeah.
it's like that.
I'd lose my ability to haste also, because those are in boots.
I mean, Kalis has a ring that he doesn't use.
I used it today. Can you pass it off and like reattune to it, and will it work for that person? Or
The object has been used for the day, it's been used for the day. Reattuning
yeah,
doesn't give it its property back.
okay. Yeah.
Oh well, then I used my boots earlier, so they wouldn't be able to use it anyways.
Yes,
so.
they're long rest. They're not infinite boots of
Yeah.
haste. That would be stupid.
Would give me nightmares.
I do have. Wait, actually, I might have swapped that out. I have slow. I mean, it's not haste, but I can slow them down. Yeah.
Something at least.
And the beams are less about trying to hit you as they are about from what I've heard, sometimes you have to resist the power. They like make you throw up or something like that. I can't remember the exact thing. I wasn't listening very much when she told the story.
Did I notice in the beams that they were firing to disintegrate these Durgar, did they use like a particular eye stock, or was it just different ones that the disintegrate rays were coming from?
In the sort of darkness and like the sort of like surprise of it all, it was pretty hard to like get a grasp on what exactly was happening. It more just seemed like shit was coming out of eye stalks, and it was pretty hard to tell which is which.
That's fair. And also very difficult to deal with.
So we're gonna kill the small ones first and then deal with the big one, or deal with the big one first and then the small ones? I would like to know this.
Building up sounds like a good strategy.
Okay, so let's go for the small ones. Zeltha, you do your thing of, always hitting stuff and being really far away when you do so. You two are gonna be up close. I presume that means me and Juggernaut are gonna go, medium range and not die? That sounds about right, right?
But where's the fun in that?
I mean, you can run up and die if you like.
Death is only the beginning, Sparks.
No.
Unless you're doing that shit again. I'll fix it.
If I die, wait, no, I'm gonna get disintegrated, so it doesn't matter. You can't raise my skeleton.
Not all of them got disintegrated, but like
If I am intact and dead, don't raise me. One of you will have to burn my corpse. Don't let Juggen raise me, please, 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 please.
What if you are killed but not a skeleton? Would you want to come back as a not skeleton?
I mean, if you can bring me back as me, sure.
Yeah, I can do that.
And does anyone need to take another respite before we engage whatever these things are?
I'll take. If you're still offering Sparks, I'll take that pistol, and I've got a heavy crossbow. If anyone can use that, it's a little unwieldy for me.
Yeah, I can't either. It's no good for me. Right, so pistol, here you go.
Put back in my thing.
Let's not die. Okay, guys? Okay, that sounds great. That sounds great. Oh, I forgot to ask.
Sounds
Are
good
you
to me.
coming with us?
I can't fly, but I'll figure it out. I can yell real loud. Like I got an axe. Throw it.
Can you use this crossbow? This heavy crossbow?
Yeah, I can use it. Just won't hit shit.
Oh, well, you're not supposed to hit me. Hit the other things.
No. I can hit the wall, maybe.
Oh.
Bro.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we did see him throw axes in the last fight, and no offense, but you hit more walls than you did axes.
Actually, they land in the gorge.
Yes, and the gorge is a wall, is it not? Made of
No.
stone.
Now, if they hit the bottom, then it's the ground. Because walls are not the ground.
It's a
Well,
wall,
they
but
bounced off
horizontal.
the gorge and then went ting 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 ting.
Maybe,
ting.
but we don't know that. That's
I mean,
making up.
I heard them, but sure, you believe your own thing.
Deceptive cat ears.
Deceptive. Wow.
Me,
Let's see. But yeah, I'll if it's going a little bit beyond my obligations, but you seem like nice enough folk for now.
that doesn't sound like us, but thank you.
Just hide and take pot shots. I'm sure we can manage. There's enough of us. And we have the experience on our side.
Fuck, bro, I don't even remember. That was so long ago.
That's why I asked.
Oh, right. We're also sneaking.
Oh,
We are.
it's
Probably
the
ambush
We
them.
Yes. I can tell you what it does because it's in my sheet.
Oh, perfect. That saves me work. Thank you.
Runs.
It's a +1 pistol. It's 60 short range, 240 long range, 1d10 damage plus dex +1.
Where'd it go?
Use.
Where'd it go? +1.
And it's
I just realized
self-reloading.
Don't have an army of skeletons. Ooh, yeah. I might want to get close range.
Maybe we want some skeletons, though. I mean, just for the pure reason of soaking up disintegration beams.
Could you post those stats in the Discord, please? Sorry, thank you.
I guess that's a good point. There's no reason why I shouldn't have a bunch of skeletons on me. Never mind. I diss on all the skeletons. Whatever.
Yeah, sure. We'll say, yeah, you're doing that in the meantime.
Well,
So,
like you could say I summoned it back then. I didn't like.
sure.
on
That's,
summon.
yeah, sure,
Yeah, it
that's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
Same effect. So, boop, brain, think, thought, words, action. As you were all beginning to get yourself together, get your preparations, is there anything particular you guys needed to like stop for, or did you just want to stealth up to this to the opposite side of this cavern?
Were we going to stop to attune to different stuff?
Does anyone need to attune to stuff?
Boots of flying? I don't know.
No,
Do you
you
wanna
was
do
going to
that?
use the griffin thing, weren't you, Taylor?
It's take an hour to do so.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the Griffin.
Ever?
That's not attunement or anything. So it's if you guys need to take a short rest, I'm cool with that.
A second person can ride the griffin as well. I think it's just one. I'd have to double check.
It's a large creature.
I mean, Juggum should go with Kalis then, I guess, if you wanted to get close.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, Kalis, we're buddies.
So, question about how this would work. I mean, activating the Griffin's probably going to give away our stealth, right?
Yes, it will
So-
probably go. Meh.
Like I don't think the griffin would necessarily scream. but like it's a lot less inconspicuous if a large griffin appears in front of you.
Yeah. So like what I'll do is we'll do the surprise round, and in that I will use my action to summon the griffin, and then I'll take off with whoever's gonna get on.
I mean, if we get a surprise round.
Yes, you guys remember this throughout the course that you haven't been able to see them. They sort of ducked away behind the sort of like the stalagmites, and they've been MIA for a few minutes now.
Oh, so there's no way we can like initiate a surprise from down here?
Not from down here.
Yeah, they are out of your line of sight right now. And they have like when they last moved, they went out of your line of sight.
Well, I think sneaky people should probably do whatever they're gonna have to do, because I don't think Juggin and I on the griffin are gonna be that quiet.
I mean, I would like to cast Mage Armor before we go into combat, because mine has certainly dropped since then. The only problem I have with that is that I might, accidentally Wild Surge, and that could give somewhat of the game away.
It's only a 5% chance. It's so small.
So I think before like initiative, Sparks and I go 3, 2, 1, shoot. Griffin and magic armor, right?
Sure, why not? That will probably work, right? Unless you want to, yeah, sure.
I'll try and summon the griffin behind like a rock on the cave wall, like back from the
Sure.
older
We'll just say
place.
it's prepared actions.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try and be. Oh, I can't get that far from Zelthar.
Okie dokie. So for those not summoning griffins or exploding armor, what are you doing? Jungam, I presume you're waiting with Kalis. So that leaves Zelthar, and Terran.
And the NPCs.
Yeah. Well, Kruith is a little useless here. But Rowland will cast Past That Trace for the two of you.
Ooh, shiny.
Wait, did I cast Past That Trace?
Zelthar did.
That was
Yeah.
that was
It lasts for an hour.
Oh, it does? I thought it lasts 10 minutes. My bad.
Zelthar, do you think that we should post up somewhere together, or try to flank somehow?
It's a good question. I think if we attempt to flank,
It's very hard to flank a thing that can look in all directions
Yeah, well, I mean,
with many eyes.
Or maybe it's they're like orcas. And those aren't real eyes. It's just like a diversion.
They shoot beams out of them. I think the eyes are real.
You mean potatoes?
Yeah, that reference. Yeah. I don't get
Neither do I.
What do you think, Zelthar?
I'm pretty sure anything has a blind spot, and I think you can find it. So I think we should flank.
One, by the way, everyone go for the first small one we see.
First, what?
Small
The first small one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna concentrate and stuff.
I may try and climb off the big one. You never know; it might work. But that is my 2 cents.
If they're close enough together, I think I'm gonna lightning arrow so I can hit all 3 of them
Nice.
at once.
I want to throw a net.
I want to try and.
That won't help with a giant ball. It's got no legs in which it can get caught on, and it also
Shoe
floats.
strike? Fucking net.
You could like bola to its eye stalks together though.
Hey, yeah, maybe. Just
Hmm.
twist them all up. I want to find a hiding spot. Kind of like.
I mean, you remember that we have to go up to them. So, like, they're on the opposite side of this thing, and they might have floated away. So why don't we just make plans on the fly once we actually, see the cavern?
We're in it, aren't we?
Well, no, because we can't see them from here, and we have to go up to the place in which they are to fight them.
I thought it was
Yeah.
one big open space. Never mind.
No, that's why we
Yeah, me
can't
too.
see
My
them.
whole bad.
Should have made a map for this area. I did not think there'd be this much deliberation. It's on me. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
You
So
draw one.
I'm gonna quietly throw the bronze griffin statue and say a light, and poof, Griffin and Shogun and I will get on that and follow behind our more covert
Okay.
compadres.
Oh yeah. Nah, we're getting this shit set the fuck up. I'm an artistic genius.
Are you drawing a griffin?
No. Oh god, no.
Yeah, I didn't think that far ahead, unfortunately.
Alright. I'm almost there. I drew this in red because I don't know why I didn't change my color, but it's
Did you not make a map for this area?
You put some beholders here and didn't make a map?
Like, I mean, come now.
It's not DM shame, guys.
I
Yeah,
don't have
that's pretty
anything to
mean.
say. So you guys
I'm
are There you go. So you have a visual. You guys are in this bottom left area. You saw them disappear among the stalagmites in your top right.
Are
Oh
these,
wow, the drawing, fantastic! Stalagmites.
I made it
Stalag-
myself.
are they
They're the ones that come down.
stalagmites?
They're the ones that fuck. Whatever ones come down. Tights.
Stalactites, because they're
Stalactites, fucking
see in the ceiling.
fucking
Stalactites.
Wouldn't it be stalagmites because they might fall down? That's how I
No.
learned.
No, I think it's stalactites because the C is the one on the ceiling.
I'll see what I have to deal with.
Anyway.
See what I have to deal with.
Got 1 hour of game time left, guys. Let's spend it wisely.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for you to put the NPCs on this map.
If I had a reason to, I would have.
I mean, Rowland's just like Zelthar, but the slightly less good at hitting.
Just copy Zelthar's token. Oh my god.
Just make it an inverted color.
Not a bad idea. There we go. Guess which one you are. Alrighty. So yeah, what's the play? Because I'm still not quite sure who's going up where.
So we saw them disappear here-ish?
Yes. Up in the air over there.
What is on the ground before us?
Ahead of you is a mostly like clear space. It seems to be either some sort of route for travel. It's not like a particularly well-worn path like you find above ground, but it's definitely like a clearly like flattened area. And you see as it gets closer to the gate, it becomes more like actual like sort of like stoneworked, where it seems like more like handcraft. What the fuck is that? Oh, Griffin.
It's the Griffin.
Oh, yeah.
So, question I have is, can we see another the tunnel leading off this way?
From your current position, no.
I got a great plan, guys. I'll fire a fireball in. They'll look around the corner. You guys fly up and kill them. Let's do this. Nobody has any other plans? Cool. Right, I'll do it.
Do you see the thing?
No, I'm gonna chuck a cheeky fireball in this area because it'll hit pretty much everything behind here, and it doesn't look like there's another way out.
Okay.
We have no opposition to this.
I mean, do you guys want to fly up to it first?
I don't
Yeah.
want to if it's going to explode.
Well, no. It's hey, look. I'm gonna shoot it behind the thing. So as long as you're behind a pillar, you'll be fine because you've seen the movies. Fire doesn't go around things. Just
I think the fireball spell explicitly does.
or would you like
Can
to get
you
a little bit
go
closer?
like 10 feet further away?
Just right towards you, kind of.
Are you stealthing up there,
over.
Sparks, or are you just walking?
I have to go. I mean, I'm going to stealthily move this way while also staying within 30 feet of Rowland.
You do not succeed.
What?
He's just gonna fucking. He's gonna keep moving back.
No, my stealth. It's leaving.
Just slide behind Zelthar, like, oh look, now you're closer.
Oh, fine, I'll stealth.
Okay, go ahead and give me a quick check. Or did you already use that what the 7 is?
No. That was to see if I exploded while I did my armor.
Got you.
Dave. Should have
24,
been an
pretty good.
advantage, but the first one was pretty good.
It's okay, you're within 30 feet of Stealther, so you still get to pass without a trace. Just not round ones.
No, I moved up. I moved up
Oh,
away.
yeah, okay. I see it.
I mean, I saw everybody creeping back, and I was like, fuck it. So yeah, considering nobody else wants to move, I guess I'll, yeet a fireball in this general direction.
Alright.
I'm gonna hide behind something. That's what I want to do.
There is nothing. It's a cave.
I know.
Nice open cave.
So, as you do so, as the energy coalesces in your hand, you sort of gather it up and lob this sort of massive heat and energy. It immediately lights up this entire fucking area as it's almost blinding. Because you guys, spending the last one was there, so relying solely off dark vision, and then all of a sudden it's like the fucking sky opens up. As there's this sort of, what's it called, thunderish like echo throughout the caverns as just sort of fucking, it explodes. I don't know what else to say. And sort of this hush falls over the area. There doesn't seem to be any immediate reaction.
I'm gonna
You
go
don't see
fly
the
up there
sound
and check it out.
Okay. So, as you do so, following the aftermath of that, you can still see the red hot scorch marks. Not red hot scorch marks, but scorch marks along the walls of said cave. You notice that leading almost directly upwards at a 45-degree angle is a sort of outlet. Yeah.
Yep.
Where it
Cool.
seems these creatures have. It is enough for a large creature to fit through, while flying. But yeah, it seems that some time ago they must have left this area.
Great.
Classy.
So I guess
Reed
I'll
had us
fly back
going there.
and let everyone know. You know what? I'm gonna take the. Well, actually, how narrow is the chute?
Large creature can go through it.
So the griffin could fit through as it's flying. It's a pretty large. You couldn't fucking throw your arms out and gnarl hard, but it's enough to comfortably fit through without having to tuck in.
So it's too. Is it too wide to brace myself on the sides of?
Yeah, I'd say probably. It's maybe about 15 to 20 feet across. So if you were to
Yeah,
use
okay.
your arm on one side and gnarl hard
How
on
high
the
up is
other,
it?
At the top of the cave, so the actual mouth of it starts about 35 to 40 feet up.
I grab a rope and fly up there and dangle it down so people can climb up.
Well, I'm right there, so I'm just gonna go up on the griffin and try and stealthily periscope.
I mean,
See what we're dealing
stealthily.
with.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Just
Sound of the
large
griffin's
sounds
wings.
of fucking clanking metal wings. Go ahead.
And to be fair, I just
I'm
did
just
throw a
gonna-
fireball. It's quite loud.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna, pat the griffin's beak and try and calm it, feed it food if it wants food.
I mean, at this point, okay, let's go. There isn't stealth. The cat is out of the
That's
bag.
still what I'm doing,
Yeah,
Ezra.
go for it, go for it.
I'm
You're out of the
sneaking
bag?
up the chute on the back of a griffin. That's what I'm trying.
Go ahead and give me your check.
Definitely disadvantage on this, but probably with
Can I help?
D3, I think.
Well, you're riding, so it'd be a straight roll. So that's actually, wow, a lot better than I anticipated. So.
Yeah, so 16.
No.
No. Jungin was using her help action. For you and the griffin as you're riding it, so it was a straight roll.
Nice.
So as you find yourself making your way up there, surprisingly quietly, as the griffin sort of gets a large swoop and begins to go into this. I don't even know how to fucking describe this, bro. Upwards, not even a gliding motion, but just this sort of silence of the cave. Has managed to sort of impress whatever slight noises you may be making, ignoring Jungum's fucking jingly ass armor sounding like a fucking. Anywho, you make your way up, and you see as the cave sort of opens up into this sort of smaller area. If it would fucking. What do you mean? We rolled 20 plus, baby. I ain't hit no fucking storage limit.
Oh boy.
Anywho, as this sort of sections of caves and other stuff. Yeah, what the fuck? Johnny literally bought the year subscription the other day. I'm sorry. As it opens up into this large cavernous area where sort of snakes into this wide open, maybe 40 feet across, with this sort of large sort of rock set in the center of it, and that tunnel is a side tunnel that opens up into another large area that you can't see around the curve. I'll post the image in Discord. No, how the fuck am I gonna do this? Yeah, I can't believe I'm getting fucked by Roll20. We literally just.
Can you? Is it really surprising that you're getting fucked by Roll20?
No, it's not. Is it ever?
It's not surprising to me.
The download the thing for Roll20 on a Plus membership isn't that much bigger than the normal one. The Pro one is considerably larger, but the Plus one is just dynamic lighting, basically.
No. We brought the Pro thing.
I guess you suck.
Man, I know. Why you gotta tell me? I know. Alrighty. But yeah. It's this sort of large, this initial open area of cave. And as you're sort of listening to it, as you and Jungum found yourself being the first into this area, there's nothing but an eerie silence overtaking it. But occasionally, in the distance, you hear this sort of small, hee-hee-hee-hees. But it sounds like it's coming from further in the cave system. It echoes out, and then it just sort of cuts off for a couple of minutes.
Is it a Nomi noise?
Not a Nomi noise. No.
It's the sound that the beholder made when it laughed and killed somebody earlier. Because it did make that sound.
Should have known that. It's so much cooler.
So, we should wait for everyone to catch up, shouldn't we?
How are we going to catch up to you? You're flying.
Yeah, I literally just said that I was dangling a rope.
Oh.
I'll come back after we see what's up there. I don't want to
Are you going to be able to hold us?
I mean, there's 3 chunky people at the top of this thing. You'll be able to climb.
Just like you're flying and dangling the rope down, but the people get on the rope and then you start sinking.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're all bigger than you.
No, 3 people hold the rope at the top of the outlet because there is a ground floor up there, and just have 1 or 2 people climb it at a time. It's not that much of maths. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I thought was happening. I'm just confused.
I mean, why would I hold it while I'm literally flying?
Alrighty. So, as you guys begin your ascent up into this cavern area, and fuck you, Roll20. Fucking bitch. Whoever made you. Anyways. Ethan, I figured out what it was. Do you think that maybe buying those campaigns took up storage space, for stuff? Do you think? Because he bought Tomb of Annihilation and all the other shit. Do you think that content counts as storage space?
Probably, but I doubt that's don't you get 15 gigs or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. There's no way we use 15 fucking gigs. We just.
I don't believe that.
I
want to believe more is he didn't actually buy it yet.
Don't. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah, I don't think apparently, according to Roll20, it's like I think it's like it's hosted on the site, and it's not like I think you're just drawing from the host. I don't think it stores
That's the wrong image.
necessarily a copy for your account.
It's not even remotely correct image. How did I? That's lizard. There you go. So you don't have to use your imagination as much about that initial area.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
So which number are we at on that map?
You'd be at 1 where that entrance is, and 2 is that sort of area with the large rock I was talking about.
Okay.
I see.
Okay.
Sweet.
Well,
Okay.
while they're dangling a rope down, I guess that means we should join them.
And as the dwarf brings his way up there, as Rolwyn and Zothar sort of deftly begin to climb up, just slightly using the rope as assistance. But everyone eventually does make their way up towards the top. And
my skeletons.
yeah, about 10 minutes later,
They can
fuck it,
climb.
just I guess
You could put them all in the bag of holding and then, just float up.
they're currently animated. I don't even fucking know.
I guess, but they have to get back down. Kalis, do you mind going down so I can collect my skeletons?
You know what?
He's holding the rope.
I'll just get off here. You can worry about the griffin for now.
This is my floor. I'll get off here.
Yay!
So as
Griffin
everyone
rides.
begins making their way up, and the skeleton taxi commences. Eventually, you all are finally able to get together as you find yourselves back at the sort of top of this cavern area. And you all too begin to hear the sort of ever-present cackling occurring from within the tunnels.
Can we pinpoint which direction it's coming from?
So it'd be going like in that tunnel that connects like 2 to 4A. It's coming from that direction.
To 4A.
So basically
Oh,
going
okay.
towards that right side of that offshoot tunnel.
Okay.
So
Okay.
either we go to the city and gather ourselves, if it's even safe there, or I think we would have to ambush these creatures. What do you all think?
I think we can get them.
You think? How are we all feeling after that last encounter over the gorge? Turgan took some pretty heavy damage.
Oh no, I'm full health now.
Okay.
Yeah, she rested, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The cool thing about the paired out of health is anytime I roll a hit die for healing, it doubles that amount.
Nice.
I'm gonna try and stealth again, since I imagine we've done a lot of non-stealthy things
Mm-hmm.
in the
Yeah.
intervening time.
Definitely
How
go
long
for
does
it.
Griffin last, by the way?
I'm gonna do
5
it
hours.
too.
So I'll have the griffin like follow us like 60 feet behind. That's what I'll
Okay.
have.
Wait, how long does it last though?
He said 5 hours.
5 hours.
5 hours. Okay.
Ooh, it's a good disadvantage
Okay.
roll.
So
Huh.
I'm not gonna roll. I'll just stay behind
Okay.
and wait for the signal.
And is Pass Without a Trace still up?
I think
Well, you have to stay
so.
within 30 feet of Rowland to get past without a trace.
Where's Elthar?
What's
I
up?
did too.
Yeah, I'm definitely sticking close.
The Elven twins.
Mm-hmm. Elven brothers.
We're not twins.
You have the same token.
It's canon now.
That was unintentional.
Oh my god.
You cannot retreat.
Well,
Well, yeah, you're twin now. You just have to get over it, I guess. Let me just fucking delete some shit later.
yeah.
What, your Yowie?
Yeah, bro.
Moving on.
Alright, I'm gonna roll stealth too. Bam.
Oh, that's what the 15 gigs is.
23. Let's go.
I'm at a
Go
37
me.
for stealth.
Yeah, I get it. You're so cool. Rogue stealth.
Nobody likes a bragger, okay?
State in effect. At least I can
should
roll that
now.
well.
All right, I'm gonna try one more time.
Why do we have advantage?
I
Oh,
have
you
advantage.
you have the cloak.
I have
Don't
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I saw the double rolls. I was confused. It's
He
fine.
wanted
Because-
in on it.
We're special. Just add 10.
Special.
You can just add 10 to yours.
Oh, I'm not feeling very stealthy today.
Okay, figured out the
24.
fucking problem. You guys want to hear this shit? Want to hear this shit?
Sure.
We have not paid for the pro subscription. What we have paid for is $100 in subscription credit. So we paid for
and
the
you
currency.
you haven't claimed it.
See, I told you.
Ethan, you did call that pretty well.
Yeah. No, I know Johnny pretty well.
I still need the fucking card number for it. Fuck me.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
problem for
no.
future you.
Oh boy.
Yep. No, it sounds no. I don't want this. This ain't my fucking server. That's a problem for future somebody else. Get that shit taken care of.
All right.
Okie doke. So,
Don't know.
as you guys begin stealthing ahead, we're just gonna go to the mind this for now. But I'll leave a little map up on stream. It's actually not on stream. I lied because I realized that's not how the stream works. What's what is your marching order? Let's go with that. Let me put you guys back over the other screen so we can look at it.
Marching order.
Yes,
Alright,
it's the
well-
order in which you march.
I think I want to be like 30 to 40 feet behind literally everyone with my skeletons and the griffin.
Okay.
The griffin's behind you. Taryn, you want to go close up to the front?
Yeah.
I'll go
I'm-
behind you.
I'll be
Okay.
in the middle.
Oh my god, he's so big. Why?
He's a big dwarf.
Right, I'll go. Nope, no grid on this page.
Sparks, are you
Sparks.
taking point?
You don't have to like
Sure.
literally spread out the distances. Just want like a general idea. You don't have to.
Why don't we just move
can
ourselves
move-
down the page so we're back on?
Yeah.
Yeah, just move Jugun down a little bit.
6 feet,
What
guys.
is that?
Nothing.
Is someone Xeroxing something?
No. What?
Who's
That's
sending
what
a
I thought.
fax?
he's using a telegram.
Just like
Hey, we can't say we're
nobody
facts.
does.
No one knows what that means.
Oh please, most of us are old enough to know what a fax is. I mean, Neff might.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
sure,
our
there's a mess,
viewers know.
guys.
I have to use it for my job.
Makes
so
zero
I'm done.
sense. This isn't a marching
just
order,
move-
this is a web plot.
Just move Jugun down a little bit.
Just bring Sparks over here a little bit because he wasn't on the
Okay,
fucking
fine.
screen.
There you go. Now we can.
You know what? Taran and Kalis can go first. I
Alright.
feel like not looking into the eyes of a beholder first.
Well, I'm super sneaky, so I'm fine going first. I just may not see it. I may miss out on the beholder seeing matching eyes with the beholder out of pure dumb luck. Emphasis on the dumb part.
Sure, fine. Fuck it. We're just I accept my death.
No, you don't have to.
So-
The beholder and I will miss each other.
All right. Okay. Let me just. All right, Sparks. What's your max HP again? Just so I can.
It's not a lot.
It's like
Still
delete
pretty
Sparks' hit points and type in zoop.
Zoop.
Okie doke.
We're still pretty squishy, except for Kalis. He's not very squishy.
I don't think I'm that squishy. For the fact that I take a shit ton of damage
It's true.
all the time.
That's true. You guys
Anyway.
aren't squishy.
So, as you guys find yourselves silently making your way forward, and getting sort of closer and closer to the sounds of these, how do you say? This sort of laughing.
Eyeballs.
Yes, the sounds of the laughing eyeballs. Let's think of that as a visual. You notice a few strange things about these sort of caverns as you're making your way across them, especially I already forgot I was leading the way. Sparks and Terran, is that all along the wall seems to be these strange sort of markings and writings written. And Sparks, in your case, it looks kind of foreign. You're not really familiar with like what it is. It doesn't seem to be necessarily a language or anything. But Terran, having spent a bit more time in the city and sort of experiencing those other sides of life, it's almost like it's tagged like graffiti.
Do
And
I recognize any of it, or just the general?
it's more like stylistically, but
Okay, I
what
gotcha.
language is it in? Let me just double check.
I only know 3, so
Does anyone understand deep speech or undercommon?
mm-mm.
I figured Jungin might know deep speech.
That's Abyssal that Jungan knows, I think.
I know
Frankly-
Abyssal and Deep Speech.
Oh.
Mm.
You know, I always thought deep speech was just, you know, a speech as opposed to writing.
Well-
Yeah, I didn't get Undercommon this time. I also know Celestial and Dwarvish.
You have a
See, I
very
wanna-
convenient amount of very convenient languages for the situation you're in. Okay, but as well as if you guys were to continue onwards, and Jungin would eventually get to the point where she can see the markings on the wall. It seems rather sort of childlike, what you're reading ahead of you. It's something in essence of like as sort of like graffiti, sort of tag signs, and there's a character you don't recognize, which you assume like must be a name, and it's also along the lines of like, oh god, why do the names sound so hard to fucking? Oh, my headset
Names
died. It saved me. I'm gonna put this on the charger real quick. But Zoldy Kolk rules.
Zoli Coke, the
Or-
rules.
Yeah, I'll type it in chat. I can't hear you by the way, but I'll type in chat because
That's how she said it.
Oh
Was-
fuck, that is a spelling.
I was kind of close. Wait. Zodly
never-
Coke.
I never guess
Coke.
X spellings.
It sounded more like Zoldy Cock.
Zold
in
sound like
Coke is better. Hulk.
Zodly Coke. Sound a little bit like Goldilocks, but messed up.
a little bit. And
Is the rules spelled with a Z or an X?
Or an
oh,
ES.
it's a Z. And sort of around like above it, you guys would have been able to pass by this, but it's this sort of stylized figure of this sort of large eyeball, like with these sort of 10 different like tentacles, like staring downwards towards the name, like all like sort of branching out and facing downwards.
We found hooligan beholders. We found teenagers.
Delinquent beholders.
Now we're going to kill them.
They're definitely sentient. Like, how do
Yeah,
they
they
do
could be
this?
nice.
They don't have any hands. How did they make this?
They have eye
Does it
stalks
mean-
which
They
they
could
could
probably
dip in
just
paint.
like engraving. Is the Kuro speaks of. You know,
I
It's
just
like,
imagine them shaking an ice stock and like it's a laser, but it's like spraying like spray paint.
like it does look sort of like partially like burned into the stone. Like it's got that sort of feel to it. It's not like they had like fucking cans of spray paint and shit.
I was gonna say color spray takes on a whole new meaning.
Oh right, they just lasered icy.
Was that a pun? Was that really a fucking pun? Okay, I just wanted to check. Because you said I see, and it just.
I get it. I see.
Ha.
See, I get it.
Okay.
Also.
Okay. Moving on.
Fucking hate Joe. Anywho. So, and as you guys enter this area on their map, which this is going to be in that sort of like the room like 4A area, is a sort of random like discardment of like odds and ends. You do see various like things that seems to be like not only gold pieces but gold like chunks of like unrefined ore of like gold and silver of other like things brought out from the mountain, but it seems to be just this sort of like random like loot, like a bundle just like lying upon the ground, this pile sort of tucked away, and by it maybe like 10 feet ahead just floating or 10 feet to the left, or just floating, is you see another one of these smaller spectators just sort of carving into the wall next to it.
Just him?
It's just him, yes.
Nice.
Can I,
Let's
like-
mob it.
I'm sorry, Chaos, I didn't hear what you
Well-
said.
Nothing. I'm on board with this plan. Silently.
I go, just hold my hands up with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's the plan. That's the plan.
That's your party.
Honestly, shit, with that stealth score, I'd give it to you. So I'd say you'd definitely be able to sneak up on it, well, as it's caught unaware. I just need a good old attack roll at advantage, and we'll roll
Salva
initiative.
was right. It does have a blind spot.
Who's? Do we go into initiative first for this, or who's making the first attack? I guess.
I figured you were just attacking it, unless you
No,
were all planning to.
all of us. That's why I did a.
Yeah.
Oh, just
I'm
give me.
assuming I'm not in range.
Oh, if you just give me your attack rolls, then it's.
I mean, other than Juggin, because Juggin would probably catch up by the time that we were
How-
just about to stab it.
How far away from it are we?
So from you guys specifically, it's probably about like 20 feet, like around the bend, but it's like to the left of the loot pile.
I'll just reckless attack, so I don't have to worry about advantage.
Oh, you already have advantage
Yeah,
because
you're-
fucking you're hidden.
This is
All right, but I'm gonna make
stealth.
2 attacks because
Yeah, but both of them are.
Yeah.
That's how.
That's-
Okay. Oof.
That's actually higher because it's supposed to be. I'm proficiency in that, so it's not a +3. It's a plus.
It's dead. It's fucking dead.
Yeah.
It's fucking obliterated. I'm looking at these numbers. That's not even counting her sneak attack. He got a crit.
Yeah.
that's
the-
37. For my
Yeah, that's
second
a
attack.
fifth. It's actually a 14, and then what am I at? 5d6. Yeah, 5d6.
I'm going to remain stealth because I believe those guys can do it.
9. Wait, no, hold on. I'm stupid. Ignore that.
It's 1d10. Yeah.
Okay, the sneak attack's only 15. That's dumb. So 30 damage from me.
Yeah, she rolled max damage on the fucking pistol.
Yeah, and that's actually because that's actually it's a +1 to damage, so it's it's 14, so it's 29 damage total.
So 29. So immediately, the silence of the cavern is broken by the sound of cracking thunder as the pistol lets loose an arcane bullet, which immediately just sort of rips into the right side of this creature, leaving a roughly fist-sized hole. And it's not too long after that before that hole becomes just a pile of mush, as the creature is slammed into the fucking ground as the cracking of this. It's like punching a wall, but like there's a pillow between your fist and the wall. It's sort of large and like wet thwack. As a
Oh yeah, I'm
spectator
going to
slam,
where it's like pumpkin
It's-
pulp.
it's splattered. Like there's small like bits of liquid on the end of like sort of, it's kind of like stuck to the end of Nalhar a little bit as you're beginning to like pull it up a bit, and it's fucking obliterated. But you do hear the laughing go silent at the sound of the pistol.
1 down.
Oh, different laughing than this guy?
No, the laughing goes silent. This was not this creature was not laughing.
Yeah, okay.
It was tagging.
Okay.
Alright. And the laughing was coming from the northern fork?
Yes, that is correct. Specifically towards the right side of it.
It's
Wait, no,
north-
I'm sorry. Don't.
Northwest?
Let me check.
Is there a way to put the map up on roll
I mean,
20?
you can literally just look at.
I
Discord.
posted in the chat. The problem is, like
Okay.
the roll 20, I have to have Johnny fucking do the
I just-
subscription later because I don't have the credit
Yeah.
card for it.
I just wanted to make sure
open it in a
that
browser
this.
window.
I just wanted to make sure the stream would be able to see it.
Actually, yeah, I can take care of that real quick. Let me just
Like I've been looking at it on Discord. I just want to make sure that the stream captures it.
This should work. Do I have to sneeze again? No, we're not going to sneeze. Actually, I refuse.
No.
Never
Why is
mind.
that
Yeah,
I was wrong.
that's the spirit.
It should not be +1. It's only 28 damage for me, not 29.
Oh no! Truly, that made all the difference.
I wrote shit with that sneak attack too. That was bad.
Yeah, I think Kalis really did the damage then. I mean, come
Oof.
now, 30,
Ouch.
49 damage and 2 attacks. He didn't even need to get frickin' what's it called out? Who's the Martin who gets all the kills?
Brynhild,
That's it.
Brynhild.
Yeah, it's been a while since she's been out, so I forgot
The
her
real-
name.
the real MVP.
I think I had her like bite through like a grapple tentacle last session, but that's
You did. Mhm.
That's the last time.
Yeah, but
She's been seen in a
she's not
while.
fighting so much, you know. I hear her
Yeah.
name less and less.
Oh, he misses Brynhild. So, as as silence returns to the caverns, and you all, what's it called? Sort of about yourselves at the moment. Doesn't seem anything is immediately. Well, you wouldn't hear footsteps. But,
Do we hear some swooshing?
I'd say those at the front so it'd be like Sparks, Jungum and Kalis. Not Jungum. Fuck Jungum. Sparks, Kalis, and Terran. Give me a perception check.
Ooh, didn't know you felt that way, Elijah.
It's too old for me.
I also, at some point, would want to hide again. Perception.
Good idea.
I am gonna use my Tide of Chaos. To
Oh my
rip up-
God.
Oh, nice.
Didn't make any
Holy
difference.
shit!
I can't hear anything after the
Hey.
gunshot.
That wasn't part of the script. Shit.
Going
You
off
put
the
a 20 into
rail.
into the random number generator.
Switched out the 1 for a 20.
So, go ahead and give me your stealth roll because you said you were hiding again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Kalis, you can do the same.
Thank you. Okay.
Is it gonna roll for me?
No.
No? Do?
Probably just like a latency.
Yeah. Just go with the first one. Oh God damn it.
Okay, 15.
Or
So, as you.
Wait. How far away from you are we from Zoltar?
I think you're close enough.
25.
Within 30 feet. I assume Zelthar would be more than 30 feet away from the front, unless you.
Oh. Mm.
Were you Zelthar?
I didn't move up at all.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go back with the group after we leapt out and murder
I'd
hobo.
probably be further away from the group. So yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
15.
So, as you guys are all standing there observing, sort of peering around the corner to see if any, or like if your commotion has caught the attention of any creature, this sort of silence has fallen over the area. You don't hear the sound of wind or anything like that, but you do hear this sort of like slow and like sort of like erratic, like a dripping noise. um, like just like this sort of occasional like drops of like water, and you see what's it called on the far side at that fork, turning the corner, is one of the larger creatures. This is this sort of large, sort of toothy, like this toothy maw covering like the entire bottom side of its face. Is sort of just pouring with saliva. And it sort of looks around, and you see, watches the eye stalk sort of pierce down the tunnel, looking around as the other eye stalks peer down the other fork in the road, and then it like sort of picks up on something, and then rushes towards that. It basically goes from the left to the right of the map, on that fork, or like left to up and right. To send something in
Right
that
above-
direction.
Right above where it says 4B.
At where it says 7. At where it says 7. So you guys are like area 4.
Wow, okay.
Oh yeah, see.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, do we want to follow that beholder, or do we want to go towards the thing?
That was the big one.
Oh.
That was the big
Mhm.
one.
Well, divide and conquer. We could always
So
see
we're
what
gonna
it's walking away from.
Well, I can't. I'm too far behind. Never mind.
I mean, we can, if you want to catch up and talk, that's fine.
No, it's fine. I'm good. I'm too busy talking to Gabriel right now. It's been a while since we had a little chit chat.
I guess we follow the one that just went to the left. Then
There aren't
We
any
came
others in
from
this
the
room,
left
are there?
to the east, but yeah.
No, you don't see any others in the direct room you're in, and you don't hear anything from that southern room, but area 5. So as far as you can tell, no.
I'm assuming now catch up to where the gazer was. Is there still the treasure there that no one took? Can I take the treasure?
I mean,
we
yeah.
were
Well,
gonna
you-
take that later. You know, when we were alive. Hopefully.
But you're alive now.
True. What is actually, why am I saying this? I am
Yeah,
the literal kleptomaniac, and I walk past a pile
Yeah, I
of
was
treasure.
surprised that you all of a
Okay.
sudden became like
The treasure.
not necessarily
Tell
the moral
me about
compass.
the treasure.
I was a little bit confused about that, but now I'm going to collect it for the party, and we'll split it up later.
I will pick one extremely shiny thing and take it with me and put it in my bag. There you go. That's a Sparks thing.
There you go. So as I said, it's just a big ass pile of a lot of unrefined ores, mostly like gold and silvers.
Okay,
So,
well, I'll take a big block of gold and whack it in my bag of holding.
sure, we'll say you got like a nugget worth like we'll say 25 gold pieces.
Sure.
These are like they're pretty significant, like
Mhm.
size wise. But as you guys,
So are we following the beholder, or are we going the opposite direction of the fork?
Following it.
Okay.
We should probably cautiously follow it.
Mhm.
and are you up there
Oh.
with him at this point, Jungum, or are you hanging back still?
If they haven't, I want to say no. I don't think I would.
I mean, she's following for like 40, 50 feet behind us, so if the sounds of, say, I-beams are heard very loudly.
Okay.
I wanna stick within a couple of arm lengths of Zolthar unless he's treating us like sparks.
Oh, I'll be ahead of the party. I will roll my stealth check again.
It's
Wow,
respectable.
I'm shit at being stealthy today.
Yeah, true.
I've rolled above a 10.
Oof.
So, as you all find yourselves, Sparks, you sort of leading the pack, slowly coming around that bend, you immediately get like that sort of hair on the well, not the hair, you kind of got hair everywhere, not just on your neck. Huh? But as you can feel like sensation of your fur beginning to bristle, as you realize that the creature is way closer to you than you thought it was, as silently it's sort of standing there around the corner, maybe about like 10 feet on the other side of it. And if you were to peer around, you would see coming up to it another similar sized creature. And you see them both have this sort of garble. You hear them both have this sort of like garbling like exchange. It's hard to make out. The language itself sounds like two people gargling like salt water while speaking German. Like
That's a mental image.
What a vivid description.
That's Dave's speech. It's a sort of angry, like it's angry and wet. Like that's the best way I can describe the language. And you hear one of them like sort of like, I'd say give me an insight check as you're trying to
Cool.
discern what the fuck could be happening.
Is going on? Yeah, sure. I'm great at insight.
8. You can't tell if they're either really happy or really pissed.
Mm-hmm. But considering that we just killed one, I'm gonna go with probably pissed. Probably.
Possibly. And
So there's 2 full beholders here?
they're not well
They're not beholders. They're something else.
They're like the country cousins.
They're not quite. They're too small to be beholders. But
Yeah.
you know,
the technical term for them is a goth. G-A-U-T-H. Goth. Not goth. No high school
Goth.
shit. There you go.
yes, a goth.
Okay.
If you want the name for reference.
Which
I have no idea what a goth does, but sure. So
I
as the rest of the group is, continuing to sneak up, I'm just gonna turn around and go, put my hands out as if to say, and sort of worried look on my face, and then just point round the corner, and put up 2 digits.
Make like a.
I do the bigger.
Willis sort of just winds his hands tighter around Gnarlheart.
And as you're listening to this conversation continue, it sounds like it's at the point where it's starting to sound to come to like a climax. There's just this both like angry like spittle flying as they are yelling at each other, and you watch as you can, being sort of in tune with arcane energy, you see as the eye stalks on both of them begin to sort of briefly come alight. And there's this sort of loud, like almost like barking like voice coming from further from the cave, and peering even further down, maybe about 30 feet past the second one, as you see another one of these, slightly larger, still of the same like subtype of these goths, sort of yell, and you watch as they both sort of wind down. And then
Turn to the
what's it
group
called?
and
they all like sort of follow it into that like sort of side area.
what I was gonna say was see if I could try and in gesture form ask the group if we want to attack them now or if we want to keep following them. Yes, that is what I was going to use for walking.
Probably we don't attack them now, since this is the end of the session. But...
I mean, we could go into combat, and then next session we fight.
No, I think we should keep on following them. Maybe there's a way we can trap
Yeah,
them
but we'll
somewhere.
have to fight more of them.
There's already too many of them.
I'd like to go back to the northwestern fork and see what the deal with that was.
Okay,
Like if they're vacating the area and it seems like the danger is,
I feel like
receding.
I feel like we probably shouldn't be attacking these guys.
Why?
Could you hear what they were saying?
Could be nice.
They murdered people right in front of us. Right in front of us.
Why? We murder people all the time.
Yeah, but
but they're
generally
not,
for better reasons.
we stop people who are hurting others, or
They're not
perverting the
people.
natural order.
But that's not that bad.
Juggen, we're not having this conversation.
So, is there anything in that other cave, or is it just like an empty room?
Which one?
Sorry, the northwestern, the 9 A, B, C?
Oh yeah, that is its own subsection. So that'd probably be something that we'd probably get into next session, because there's a little bit more to that than it's going to be. I can handle in 7 minutes. But yeah, I think that seems like a fairly good stopping point. As you guys can either go explore that section, or find your new group of friends who.
I don't think we should let them out of our sight because they. At least now we know where they are. If we go looking somewhere else, they could ambush us.
That's true.
And we're being
I'm not-
sneaky as fuck.
I'm not specifically worried about that because these are like single file tunnels.
Are they?
What'd you say, Tommy?
I
No,
said,
no,
are
no.
they that small?
I
Yeah,
mean,
both of them.
like at like their widest points, the ones like the actual tunnels are about 10 feet across. Most are like around like 5 to 8 though.
So basically, 2 of them can sit in a tunnel and fire all of their beams at us, and there's no cover.
Well, you could go like
Well,
the
could they
wall.
sit abreast though?
Yeah.
Like beside each other?
They're not large.
They're kind of...
They're big, but they're like medium creature big. They're not like large creatures each. So
Okay,
they're not.
I thought they were bigger than the
They're
spectators.
not actual
I was
beholders.
confused.
Spectres are small.
Oh yeah, I got you.
No.
Spectators are small.
These aren't spectators either. Yeah, spectators.
Yeah.
Spectators are meteor creatures, I believe. Like they still
Well,
fit
I
like
thought
the medium
spectators were small creatures. Or smaller.
Yeah, no, this is medium. But yeah, it is like relatively like smaller. It's just it's wide. It's got that girth because eye stalks and being
Yeah.
like 1/3 eyeball does that to you.
Oh god, Goth looked the worst of all of them.
I don't know. A spectator doesn't look fantastic.
No, but like, look at this shit.
Yeah,
Well, I
no,
guess I can
no.
link
Have the
this in
Google
the
image.
chat too. It's awful.
He's so cute. Okay, just to wrap things up real quick, that's where we're going to be ending off tonight's session. I goofed. Oops, didn't realize it till just now, but I'm going to pretend I didn't do it. Thank you all for joining us. We will be here next week, hopefully. We also have a game going on tomorrow, Saturday, as we have the Cholt Expedition team going in and fucking shit up, doing their Cholt stuff, in which they'll probably all die. And then afterwards on Sunday, we have Gestaltia, possibly. We might have, depending on attendance, we might be running another sort of game inside Cholt. But we'll find out then. So have a good one, and have a good night. See you all.